Because a lot of the conversation is like post-menopause. I've had Dr. David Rosensweet on the podcast, and he
Mhm.
specifically says that if you're 3 years post-menopause, at that stage, he's putting all of his patients on testosterone with the other hormones. And that seems to be where we've kind of isolated testosterone for women right now. But what about like pre-menopause?
Yeah, so women do need a certain amount of testosterone. The biggest difference between men and women hormonally is testosterone. Our estrogen levels really aren't that different. Like a woman's estrogen level might be 2 or 3 times higher than a man's at both at good health. But testosterone, like a woman, I like to see women with total testosterone levels in the 70s, 80s, even up to 100. Women seem to do really well. But a lot of them, when you test them, they're in the below 20 or in the 20s. That's where a lot of people run. Um, whereas men need to be above 2000. So the difference there is astronomical. So it's a much smaller player for women. And in a woman, almost all of your testosterone is actually made from DHEA, and DHEA is an adrenal steroid. So there's a very little amount put out by the ovary in women. Unless you have polycystic ovary syndrome, then you have this big crazy shift, and you have a lot of testosterone being produced, and that's part of the physiological problems that they run into. So testosterone, I rarely put women on testosterone, rarely, because if a woman has low testosterone, it's because they have low DHEA. So almost all, the bulk of it, 90% or better, comes from DHEA. So don't just measure testosterone, go, oh, that's low, let's give you that. Because then you're missing this other piece that they're also very deficient in. And in terms of health and fitness and wellness and all the things you get out of your anabolic steroids, DHEA is more important for women than testosterone is. If you have a woman with low DHEA and you just skip it and put them on testosterone, more often than not, you're going to get more negatives than positives, is my experience. So if you put them